time in days of old. Meat was a treasure worth more than gold. Beef and lobster, prized and rare, feast for kings beyond compare. Chicken was a symbol of grace, a luxury reserved for a special place. A Sunday dinner, a noble treat, hard to find and hard to eat. Herbert Hoover's hopeful vow, a chicken in every pot somehow, a promise of prosperity's glow, a luxury many still wouldn't know. Eggs from hens, a humble start, meant more than meat, a vital part. Seasonal wings, a fleeting grace, limited time, a tender chase. Before the age of D and pills, farming was a costly skill. Large flocks indoors could not be fed until science seized the farmer's dread. And beef, oh high and mighty, a costly indulgence, rich and sprightly, a steak or roast, a rare delight, a symbol of wealth in the night. Today we pay what kings once paid, for simple meats their price is laid. A pound of beef, a chicken's worth, echoes the past luxurious birth. The cost of food, it climbs and soars, bringing olden days back ashore. What once was rare, now in our cart, a reminder of the past high heart. From noble feast to daily plates, meat's journey through time's gates, a tale of wealth, of scarcity, reflected in today's disparity. In every bite a story is spun, of days when meat was just for some. Now as prices climb anew, we taste the past in what we do. In the realm of crave and delight I stand, where flavors dance and joy is planned. A burger, oh so grand and divine, a masterpiece of taste, yours and mine. From McDonald's golden arches gleam, a juicy patty, a sesame dream. Lettuce, crisp cheese melting slow, ketchup and mustard's fiery glow. The bun soft as a cloud in sky, envelops treasures, makes me sigh. French fries, crispy, salted to perfection, a salty, crunchy, warm confection. Golden sticks that beckon me near, each bite a whisper, have no fear. Cola bubbles, sweet and bold, a fizzy kiss, a story told. It dances on my tongue with cheer, a sparkling laugh so pure, so clear. Together in this moment's grace, a symphony of taste and space. Then Burger King's flame-grilled pride, a smoky aroma far and wide. A sandwich laid bold and thick, with every bite a flavor kick. The patty char, the melted cheese, a savory dance that aims to please. Lettuce, tomato, pickles bright, a regal feast in every bite. And sliders from White Castle's crown, miniature wonders never let down. Soft buns hugging savory beef, a bite of comfort, pure relief. Perfect snacks for any craving, small in size but oh so waving. Their warmth and charm a tender tease, a morsel of happiness sure to please. Now A&W joins this savory scene, with menus rich and flavors keen. Burgers like bacon and Swiss double, garlic aioli making each bite glow. The Papa Burger hearty and grand, a feast that makes the heart expand. Signature root beer, frothy and sweet, root beer floats that can't be beat. Many combos, fries and drinks, a perfect pairing as everyone thinks. Upgrade to a float, indulge your soul, a treat that makes you feel whole. Beyond the classics, their menu is vast, with flavors that will always last. From crispy chicken to onion rings, each bite a song that joyfully sings. Their signature sip's a cool retreat, a sweet, fizzy, bubbly feast. A&W's charm, nostalgic and true, a taste of childhood, fresh and new. In every bite a story unfolds, of comfort, love, and memories told. Each place a chapter in this feast, a celebration of flavors, to say the least. So here I stand in love anew, with burgers, fries, and drinks so true. Each craving met with joy and grace, a culinary love I can't replace. Oh, love of burgers, fries, and fizz, in every taste a tender kiss, a feast of joy, a savory song. In your embrace I belong. Each bite a story, each sip a dream, a culinary love supreme. With every flavor I am anew, forever lost in love with you.
In the vast, windswept plains of West Texas, just outside the rugged town of La Mesa, the Johnson family had long been part of the land's storied history. Old man Hank Johnson, his wife Mary, and their 2 children had inherited the family ranch, spread across endless grazing fields that stretched beneath the wide open sky. For generations they'd ridden the range, tending cattle and living by the cowboy code of hard work, resilience, and independence. But in 2020 sapes, the land and the life they knew were slipping away, caught in a relentless storm of economic hardship and corporate greed. The drought had come hard and fast, turning the lush pastures into cracked, barren earth. The sun blazed down mercilessly, baking the soil and sucking the life out of the land. Hay and grain, once affordable staples, now cost more than they could afford, and feed shortages forced Hank to sell off part of his herd just to keep the remaining cattle alive. Water was scarce, wells ran low, and every drop seemed fought for as if it were gold. Hank's hands, once strong and steady, trembled with worry as he watched the land that his ancestors had grazed for over a century become a wasteland. Meanwhile, the market was in chaos. Beef prices had skyrocketed by December 2025. The average cost for steaks had soared to $12.51 per pound, and experts warned it could reach £10 a pound by the end of 2026. For Hank and countless other cowboys, those prices weren't just figures. They represented a cruel irony. The very people who raised the cattle, who depended on the land and their skills, were now unable to afford the meat they produced. The big corporations, Tyson, JBS, Cargill, and National Beef, controlled the industry like a cartel, manipulating prices and squeezing the small ranchers out of their livelihood. Hank often sat on his porch after long days, lantern dimming as the sun dipped behind the distant mesas, and stared out across the empty fields. His weathered face, lined from years of sun and wind, reflected a deep weariness. "It's a tough rodeo," he'd say softly, voice gravelly with the weight of years. "The big packers, those giants, control everything. They've got their grip on the market, their cartel, and they're squeezing us tighter every year. We're just trying to hold on to what's ours, our land, our cattle, our way of life, but it's slipping through our fingers." The truth hit hard. These corporations, Tyson, JBS, Cargill, and National Beef, had long relied on cartel-like control. To keep prices high and profits soaring, they set the prices at the slaughterhouses, paid ranchers pennies per head, then turned around and sold the beef in stores at sky-high prices. The spread, the difference between what the ranchers received and what consumers paid, had grown so wide that Hank sometimes wondered if the cowboy way of life was fading into history. He remembered the old days when cowboys roamed the open range, living simple yet proud lives, guided by the land and their own skills. Now those days felt distant, replaced by a system that seemed rigged against them. The government's promises of relief seemed hollow, lifting tariffs, increasing foreign imports, and launching investigations into the meat-packing giants' practices. Yet prices for everyday families like the Johnsons only worsened. The land was suffering, and so were the people who worked it. Hank's small herd, once dozens of head, had shrunk to a fraction of what it used to be. Sold off to cover mountain bills, the land that once echoed with the sounds of cattle and cowboy songs was now silent. A stark reminder of a fading tradition. His old cowboy hat sat on a hook in the barn, a relic of a bygone era when men like him roamed the open range, free and proud, living by their own code. His wife Mary, her face lined from years of worry, clutched their youngest child, Billy, close. She'd seen how high groceries had become. More than 30% of their income now went just to basic necessities. The once cheap ground beef, a staple in their home, was nearing $9 to $10 a pound. They had to cut back on meat altogether, buying the tougher cuts and slow cooking them into stews, beans, rice, and whatever they could stretch became their daily fare. Billy, a bright-eyed boy of 10, looked out over the fields with innocent hope, asking, "Dad, will I get to ride the range someday? Will I be a cowboy like you?" Hank looked at his son, feeling a deep ache in his heart.
We gotta hold on to that hope, Billy, he said softly, voice thick with emotion. Because if we give up, then what's left of the cowboy spirit? We believe in this land and each other, and in the strength of hard work, we're still cowboys. No matter what the market does, or what the big companies say.
But the reality was that this wasn't just a story of economic hardship. It was a story of a land and a way of life under siege, by drought, by powerful corporations, and by a system that seemed intent on squeezing every last ounce of independence out of the small rancher. Hank knew that the cartel-like control of the industry was not just economic, it was personal. The Big Four, Tyson, JBS, Cargill, and National Beef, had long wielded their influence behind closed doors, working with their networks to keep prices high and ranchers in a constant state of struggle. They used their power to manipulate the supply chain, controlling the flow of cattle and meat, and ensuring that the small ranchers could barely survive. The government's efforts to intervene, lifting tariffs, importing foreign beef, investigating the industry felt like band-aids on a deep wound. Nothing could change the fact that the land was drying up, that the prices paid to ranchers remained too low, and that the prices at the grocery store kept climbing. In town meetings and barbershops, men and women shared stories of hope and frustration. They called out the cartel's grip, demanding fairer prices and stronger regulations. But the powerful corporations fought back, their influence woven into every aspect of the industry. Many ranchers felt their way of life slipping away, piece by piece, like the fading echoes of a long-lost song. Despite the hardship, Hank's spirit remained unbroken. He and his neighbors kept fighting, holding on to their traditions, helping each other with chores, sharing resources, and passing down stories of the old days. They still believed in the land and the cowboy way, resilient, proud, and unyielding. One evening as the sun dipped behind the mesas and painted the sky with streaks of orange and purple, Billy came running up to Hank Dad. He said breathlessly, "Do you think it'll ever get better? Will we ever have enough to eat without worrying?" Hank looked at his boy, eyes shining with hope and a tinge of sadness. "Son," he said softly, "we gotta keep riding no matter how tough it gets. The land's been through hard times before, and so have cowboys like us. We believe in this country, in the spirit of the West. We keep fighting for our land, for our families, and for the future, because giving up isn't what cowboys do." As night fell and the stars blinked into existence overhead, Hank sat quietly on his porch, feeling both the weight of his struggles and a stubborn flicker of hope. The cowboy spirit, resilience, grit, and faith in better days still burned strong in his heart. He knew that the land and the way of life he loved were worth fighting for. In the land of endless grazing fields, rugged mountains, and open skies, the Johnsons and countless other cowboys faced an uncertain future, but their hearts beat with the same fierce pride that had carried their ancestors through storms and droughts. No matter how hard the ride, they'd keep their faith, hold on to their traditions, and keep fighting for the land they loved. Because that's what cowboys do. And in the quiet of that long night, Hank learned a lesson that would stay with him forever. The true strength of a cowboy isn't just in riding tall or owning land.
It's in standing tall through adversity, holding on to hope, and passing on the values of resilience and integrity to the next generation. Because sometimes the greatest act of courage is simply to keep riding, even when the road is rough and uncertain.
In the bustling aisles of the grocery store, I wandered aimless, lost in thought. A routine walk that suddenly took a turn I hadn't sought. The shelves were lined with richest meats, cheese, breads, and endless rows. But I was just a shadow among the crowds, with pockets empty, hopes in throes. My eyes fell upon the beefsteak, thick and red, a tempting prize. A cut of meat that gleamed beneath fluorescent lights, a feast for any eyes. I reached out, my hand trembling, drawn by hunger's silent call, when suddenly I tripped, faltered, stumbled, caught by something big and tall. A beefsteak toppled, crashing down, a heavy, meaty fall. And I was there on the ground amidst the chaos of it all. A moment frozen in time, a collision of desire and despair. Food that I could never buy, now spilled in the cold, unkind air. With cheeks aflame and heart pounding loud, I hurried to my feet. Me handed, defeated, in my pocket, nothing to compete. I looked around, the shame I felt was sharp as steel, a reminder of my humble place, a hunger I could not conceal. I left the aisle, my head bowed low, feeling the weight of my plight. No coin to pay for what I desired, just dreams lost in the night. The world spun on indifferent as I moved toward the door, carrying the ache of longing, craving something more. But life, it seems, often whispers truths in quiet, subtle ways. And sometimes what we lack in riches, in small kindness it stays. I found myself outside, the air cool and crisp, a gentle breeze, and thought of humble meals, simple, honest, meant to please. With trembling hands I reached into my bag and pulled out lunch meat and cheese. A modest meal, a humble feast, enough to satisfy my needs. Sandwiches wrapped in paper, cradled carefully in my palms, became my comfort, my salvation, my quiet healing balm. I sat upon a bench, the city bustling all around, and took a bite of my humble fare, feeling peace instead of drown. And that simple act, a lesson clear, that strength can rise from what we hold dear. For in the midst of loss, there's something to be gained, a quiet dignity, a resilience untrained. The fall in the beefsteak shadow taught me well that even in scarcity there's a story to tell. Sometimes life's riches are hidden in the smallest things, a moment of grace, a song that softly sings, Sometimes a humble meal, a quiet prayer can carry us through despair and despair. And as I ate, I understood anew that hunger isn't just for food, but for hope that's true. That every fall, every stumble, every ache we face is part of life's intricate, enduring grace. So I rose from that bench, my spirit a little lighter, knowing that even in hardship we grow brighter. The beefsteak may have fallen, the hunger still lingers, but hope flows on like gentle guiding fingers. I walk ahead, head held high beneath the endless sky, with memories of that fall and lessons learned. Why? Even in the toughest times, there's a spark that gleams, a whisper of strength, a hope that redeems. For life's true feast isn't found in riches or gold, but in stories of resilience, humble and bold. In the quiet moments when we rise despite the fall, we find the greatest courage of all, standing tall. Where prices soar like flames, beef and groceries, costly games, I barter parts of me, my arm, my leg, to fill my table, to keep hope's peg. Once hope whispered in the voting booth, promises of relief are shining true. Donald Trump, a voice so strong, vowed to right every wrong. He said he'd make essentials fair, bring down the cost, show he cares. Tax cuts for the wealthy, he proclaimed, while middle class and poor remained unnamed. He promised to bring jobs back home, build the economy, make us strong. But many factories shut their doors, jobs were lost and wages poor. He boasted of stock market climbs, but ignored the rising tides of times. Healthcare plans he claimed to fix left many in the cold in the mix. He played with fame, with fleeting gold, forgot the stories of the old. Dementia's fog crept in his mind, leaving the truth so hard to find. He tweeted chaos, fueled a flame, dividing us in his own name. Promises broken, lies unfurled, a fractured nation, a shattered world. He vowed to drain the swamp, to clean the mess, but scandals and greed did excess impress. Impeachment trials, accusations flew amidst the chaos. What could be true? And still I stand amid the pain, hoping someday there'll be no strain. A world where food's not a bitter cost, where hope and help are never lost. For all the broken promises he made, the trust he squandered, the debts unpaid. I dream of days when truth will reign and hunger's grip will break its chain. So here I am with empty hands, fighting through these troubled lands, yearning for a leader true to see us through what we must do.
Feel the sizzling over the fire. In every spark and every glow, feel the love that starts to grow. Inhale the aroma, sweet and warm, a fragrant hug, a calm and charm. Let your heart in this moment move. Feel the fire, feel the love.
I am in love with a beefsteak, a masterpiece of desire, a symphony of crimson white, set aflame by passion's fire.
Deep marbling like confetti, delicate flecks of fat's embrace, melt seamlessly in the heat, unleashing on mommy's grace.
It's a rich color, vivid hue of life's own crimson glow, bright and inviting like the blush of a lover's gentle show.
A thickness of at least a whisper and a half bold and proud, to forge a crust that's dark and caramelized like a love unbound.
Oh, the crust, crisp and crackling, a dark and smoky kiss, a mellow dance on a scorching surface, nothing more, nothing less.
Inside a warm pink coat, tender as whispered promises, a meteor rare haven where luscious marbling suffices.
Tender as a lover's touch, buttery and melts in your mouth. Each slice a symphony of flavors, a story told from south to mouth.
Rested it yields its juices, dripping with a molten sensuous flow. A promise of richness shed like a honey on skin, slow and low.
The juices cascade, glistening and hot, a fiery, sticky tease, an erotic river of passion, igniting every nerve with ease.
I gaze upon this beauty with a hunger and ache that's deep and raw. My fingertips yearn to trace its lines, to feel its tender law.
To press my lips to its surface, taste the fire in every bite, a sensual feast of flesh and flame, igniting dark desire's night.
The aroma seduces, a smoky whisper calling me near, a promise of decadence, of pleasures unrestrained, sincere.
Seasoned with salt and pepper, kissed by fire's primal breath, a symphony of smoky notes, a climax to the feast of death.
And now beneath the open sky, I watch it sizzle on the campfire's face, over red hot flames rising from natural hardwood charcoal's embrace.
The crackle and pop of burning wood, a primal roaring sound, as the beefsteak sears and shivers in fiery passion. feel your breath. A hunger burning fierce, a longing that defies death.
Your skin against my skin, in the heat of this primal scene, we melt into each other, fierce and serene.
Your fingers trace the contours of my trembling frame. A fire ignited, wild and untamed, calling out your name.
I wanna taste your hunger, feel your every desire,
Lose myself in you, in love's unquenchable fire.
the stakes juices like sweat upon our skin, mingle and drip.
A sticky molten river, a love that's impossible to slip.
Glistening and hot and fiery, sticky tease.
An erotic cascade, igniting every nerve with ease.
I wanna drown in this passion, to lose myself in flame.
To burn in love's own furnace, unashamed but restrained.
With every bite I feel the hunger swell and grow.
A primal urge to surrender, to let my deepest instincts show.
To press my lips against yours, taste your secret fire.
To merge our bodies, bound by lust in this carnal sacred choir.
And as the night deepens and the stars ignite anew,
We leave behind the table to where the sea's whisper is true.
seated on a beach of dreams, in moonlight's gentle glow.
Two lovers entwined in the ebb and flow, and love's tender show.
The waves hum a lullaby, a serenade so deep.
While passion ignite in the sand where secrets softly sleep.
In this sacred moment, beneath the lunar light,
We make love in the silence, in the glow of night.
our bodies press close,
Skin to skin in a dance so slow.
every touch a promise, every kiss a vow.
The cool ocean breeze mingles with our heated skin. A symphony of lust that beckons us to begin.
Your fingers trace the contours of my trembling frame.
A fire ignited, wild and untamed, calling out your name.
I wanna taste your hunger, feel your every desire.
Lose myself in you, in love's unquenchable fire. Ooh,
Feel the sizzling over the fire. Feel the love heat rise and flames dancing high. In this moment, we touch the sky.
The scent of spice, the smoky air, a fiery passion everywhere. Taste the thrill, the wild desire, burning bright, setting hearts on fire. Feel the rhythm of the grill's embrace, a symphony of flavor, a sacred space where every sizzle sings a song, a melody that keeps us strong. In this heat, our spirits ignite, love and hunger burning bright. Oh yeah, oh, let's lose control in this fiery, passionate soul. Lose myself in you, in love's unquenchable fire, a flame that dances higher and higher in the moon's silver glow. We surrender all control, two souls merging, becoming whole. The world slips away, shadows and glow entwine, lifting the hush of secrets are confined, drowning in love's deep, endless ocean. In ebb and flow, boundless devotion for love, like a perfect state. Here's a balance, a fire, a dance, a bite of eternity, a fleeting sweet romance, a taste that lingers on the tongue, a whisper in the heart, a masterpiece of passion, a work of art. And in your arms I find my forever, my most tender part. As we close this night with love deep in our heart. But still, my love, I crave a perfect burger or two, a craving of fire that burns anew, a juicy, tender thrill, a wild desire, a hunger that sets my soul afire, a hunger that ignites my deepest dreams for beefsteak, sizzle, and smoky beams. Juicy and tender, a savory art, it's a flame that burns within my heart.
The crackle of the grill's roaring
A
sound,
symphony where flavors are found,
marbled within with spices bold.
a story of passion rich and old.
French fries, salted, crispy
The
tears,
salty burn that aims to please.
golden and warm, they melt away.
My cravings grow with each new day.
They dance in ketchup's crimson tide.
A perfect match, a joyful ride.
Each bite a crunch, a salty kiss, a simple joy, a moment of bliss.
Hamburgers stacked high and grand, a symphony crafted by hand with juicy patties, cheese that gleams, a taste that fuels my wildest dreams. Lettuce, tomato, pickles bright, a chorus of freshness, pure delight. Buns that cradle, soft and warm, a comfort in every form. Like flames that flicker in evening's glow, my passion for this feast will grow. A craving fierce, a sacred vow for beefsteak, fries, and burgers now.
In every chew my heart takes flight, a love for savory, pure delight.
No matter how the cravings sway, these flavors keep my hunger at bay.
For in these bites I find my peace,
A culinary love that will never cease, a feast of joy, a sacred spark that lights my soul and leaves its mark. So I savor each delicious line, a love story in every bite divine. For food and love in harmony blend, a journey that knows no end. Just bend toward passion's flame, forever bright. In flavors and love, endless delight.
Out here on these endless plains, I've seen the sun rise and fall. Tended cattle, fought the drought, heard the land's silent call. Years of sweat and pride now, the land's grown cold and dry. But I hold on to the hope that someday we'll touch the sky.
Mary's hands tremble, worry deep in her eyes, raising kids on memories and a prayer to the skies. The land is fading, but her heart's still strong and true, holding on to
storm and the rain. Hold on to your spirit, even through the pain. We're bound by the land and the love that we share. Stand tall in the darkness, we're still cowboys and cowgirls rare.
The big companies, they're squeezing, trying to take our way, but our roots run deep, we ain't giving in today. Markets rigged and prices climb, but our pride won't break. We're fighting for our future, for the land's own sake.
Billy's eyes are shining, dreaming of the open range, wondering if someday he'll face the same old pain. But I whisper softly, son, don't you lose that fire. The cowboy spirit lives in every brave desire.
Keep riding, keep dreaming, through the storm and the rain. Hold on to your spirit, even through the pain. We're bound by the land and the love that we share. Stand tall in the darkness, we're still cowboys and cowgirls rare.
Lanterns flicker long after the day is done, thinking about the old times when we were young and strong. The land may be battered, but our hearts still beat true. With every sunrise, we renew what we knew.
Tears in her eyes, she remembers the days of green. Now it's dust and despair, where our hopes once had been. But she whispers softly, we'll find a way somehow. The cowboy spirit's stubborn, and it's still burning now.
Keep riding, keep dreaming, through the storm and the rain. Hold on to your spirit, even through the pain. We're bound by the land and the love that we share. Stand tall in the darkness, we're still cowboys and cowboys.
The cartel's grip is cold and tight, trying to break our will, but our souls unbreakable, and we're fighting still. From the mesas to the valley, we hear the call. We stand united, we won't let our spirits fall.
Though the world's changed and the future's unsure, our roots run deep and our hearts remain pure. In every sunset, in every starry sky, we find the strength to keep on, to never say die.
There's a flicker of hope in the young boy's eyes, dreaming of riding free beneath the endless skies. And I tell him, son, carry this flame in your heart. The cowboy spirit's forever, it's a work of art.
With every passing storm, we learn to stand tall, resilient and proud, answering nature's call. Our legacy's written in sweat and in tears, in the stories we tell through the long, hard years.
Keep riding, keep dreaming, through the storm and the rain. Hold on to your spirit, even through the pain. We're bound by the land and the love that we share. Stand tall in the darkness, we're still cowboys and
The
cowgirls.
land's still waiting for us to return.
We'll keep riding, no matter how hard it burns.
Because the cowboy's heart is wild and free in this rugged land where we're born to be.
heart is a gentle river flowing free, carving paths through eternity. It whispers softly at dawn's first light, a song of hope that makes my soul take flight.
And mine is a sunrise in a velvet sky, painting dreams with colors that never die. It warms my spirit in the coldest night, a beacon shining ever bright.
Like the scent of coffee at break of day, your love awakens and lights my way.
A tender touch, a silent prayer, in every heartbeat you are there.
Burgers sizzling on the grill's embrace,
Juicy treasures bursting with grace. Crisp lettuce, ripe tomatoes glow, a feast of joy in every show.
And I'll cook you myself with love so deep, lamb and yogurt sauce, tender and sweet, pine nuts sprinkle, a gift to keep, overstrike our tradition's heartbeat.
We've shared these moments, simple and true, laughter and love in the afternoon hue, a bite of bliss, a kiss so sweet, together life feels complete.
the aroma drifts through the open air, a promise of comfort
beyond compare.
in every flavor, in every taste, a memory we won't let waste.
So life can sometimes be a stormy sea, your love is my anchor, steady and free. It lifts me higher, makes me whole, a melody echoing through my soul.
Like the golden glow of the setting sun, our days of joy are never done. In your eyes I find my home, a place where love forever roams.
So let's toast tonight under starry skies, to whispered dreams and heartfelt sighs. Our love a story endlessly spun, a beautiful journey forever begun.
With every beat my heart declares a love so deep beyond all cares. In this life's garden, sweet and vast, our bond is a bloom meant to last.
Remember the days we first met, how your smile made my heart forget. The world around us disappeared, in that moment everything was clear.
And every laugh, every tear we've shared, built a love that's tender, rare. Through storms and sunshine, hand in hand, together we will forever stand.
When shadows fall and doubts arise, your love's the light that never dies. It guides me home through the darkest night, turns all my fears to pure delight.
I cherish every word you say, every promise, every way. You are my strength, my guiding star, no matter where we are.
Let's dream of tomorrow, bright and new, with hopes as vast as the sky's hue.
Every moment, every breath we take is a vow we gladly make.
And as the years unfold their grace, I see your smile in every place.
In every sunset, every dawn, my love for you will carry on.
So here's to us, to all we've known, to seeds of love we've gently sown.
May our story forever grow, a love that continues to glow.
In every heartbeat, in every sigh, our love soars high, beyond the sky. A journey timeless, warm and true. Forever me, forever you.
When shadows fall and doubts arise, your love's the light that never dies. It guides me home through the darkest night, turns all my fears to pure delight.
I cherish every word you say, every promise, every way.
You are my strength, my guiding star, no matter where we are.
Let's dream of tomorrow, bright and new, with hopes as vast as the sky's hue.
Every moment, every breath we take is a vow we gladly make.
And as the years unfold their grace, I see your smile in every place.
In every sunset, every dawn, my love for you will carry on.
So here's to us, to all we've known, the seeds of love we've gently sown. May our story forever grow, a love that continues to glow. In every heartbeat, in every sigh, our love soars high, beyond the sky. A journey timeless, warm and true. Forever me, forever you. Oh yeah. Long ago, when history was written in fire, meat was the crown, the ultimate desire.
Golden tables, kings decree a world where only the mighty see. Lobster and beef, treasures to find, luxuries carved from a different time.
Grace in a bird, a feast so rare, a symbol of power beyond compare.
From shadows of scarcity we rise, burning with a hunger in our eyes. Echoes of the past, a roaring call, rising from the ruins, standing tall.
Raise the flames, ignite the night. Through the ashes we take our fight. From royal halls to city streets, the hunger's fire never beats. Burning wild, breaking free, carrying the weight of history. Echoes of the feast, never gone. We're the hunger,
Forever strong.
visions of promises, hopes in a vow.
A promise kept then broken somehow.
Eggs and humble starts, the foundation of our hearts. Farming's price, a heavy chain, science's gift to ease the pain. Once a symbol of wealth and might, now a battle in the fading light. From the shadows of the past we scream, living the remnants of a dream. The chase for power forevermore, stirring the fire in our core. Raise the flames, ignite the night. Through the ashes we take our fight. From royal halls to city streets, the hunger's fire never beats. Burning wild, breaking free, carrying the weight of history. Echoes of the feast, never gone. We're the hunger,
Forever strong. Now we pay what once was owed, a heavy toll, a blazing road. From scarcity's shadow we emerge, hunger's song, a primal surge.
So let the fire burn bright and loud, stand unbowed, fierce and proud. Echoes of the feast, forever
am in love with a beefsteak, a masterpiece of desire, a symphony of crimson and white, set aflame by passion's fire. Deep marbling like confetti, delicate flecks of fat's embrace, melt seamlessly in the heat, unleashing on mommy's grace. Its rich color, a vivid hue of life's own crimson glow, bright and inviting like the blush of a lover's gentle show. A thickness of at least a whisper, and a half bold and proud, to forge a crust that's dark and caramelized like love unbowed. Oh, the crust, crisp and crackling, a dark and smoky kiss, a miller dance on a scorching surface, nothing more, nothing less. Inside a warm pink core, tender as whispered promises, a medium rare haven where luscious marbling suffices. Tender as a lover's touch, buttery and melt in your mouth. Each slice a symphony of flavors, a story told from south to mouth. Rested it yields its juices, dripping with a molten sensuous flow. A promise of richness shared like honey on skin, slow and low. The juices cascade, glistening and hot, a fiery, sticky tease, an erotic river of passion, igniting every nerve with ease. I gaze upon this beauty with hunger, an ache that's deep and raw. My fingertips yearn to trace its lines, to feel its tender law, to press my lips to its surface, taste the fire in every bite. A sensual feast of flesh and flame, igniting dark desire's night. The aroma seduces, a smoky whisper calling me near, a promise of decadence, of pleasures unrestrained, sincere. Seasoned with salt and pepper, kissed by fire's primal breath, a symphony of smoky notes, a climax to the feast of death. And now beneath the open sky, I watch it sizzle on the campfire's face, over red-hot flames rising from natural hardwood charcoal's embrace. The crackle and pop of burning wood, a primal roaring sound, as the beefsteak sears and shivers in fiery passion unbound. The meat surface darkens, carolizes, a wild bubbling kiss, juices bubbling out in molten streams, an erotic fiery bliss. The scent of smoky char, a heady, intoxicating call, drawing me closer, craving more, my desire's wild, unrestrained thrall. In every flicker of flame, I see your eyes and feel your breath, a hunger burning fierce, a longing that defies death. Your skin against my skin, in the heat of this primal scene, we melt
each other, fierce and serene. Your fingers trace the contours of my trembling frame. A fire ignited, wild and untamed, calling out your name. I wanna taste your hunger, feel your every desire, lose myself in you, in love's unquenchable fire. The steak's juice is like sweat upon our skin, mingle and drip, a sticky molten river, a love that's impossible to slip. Glistening and hot, a fiery sticky tease, an erotic cascade, igniting every nerve with ease. I wanna drown in this passion, to lose myself in the flame, to burn in love's own furnace, unashamed, unrestrained. With every bite I feel the hunger swell and grow, a primal urge to surrender, to let my deepest instinct show, to press my lips against yours, taste your secret fire, to merge our bodies bound by lust in this carnal sacred choir. And as the night deepens and the stars ignite anew, we leave behind the table to where the sea's whisper is true. Seated on a beach of dreams in moonlight's gentle glow, two lovers entwined in the ebb and flow, in love's tender show. The waves hum a lullaby, a serenade so deep, while passions ignite in the sand, where secrets softly seep. In this sacred moment, beneath the lunar light, we make love in the silence, in the glow of night. Our bodies press close, skin to skin, in a dance so slow. Every touch a promise, every kiss a vow. The cool ocean breeze mingles with our heated skin, a symphony of lust that beckons us to begin. Your fingers trace the contours of my trembling frame, a fire ignited, wild and untamed, calling out your name. I wanna taste your hunger, feel your every desire, lose myself in you, in love's unquenchable fire. In the moon's silver light, we surrender all control, two souls merged in passion, becoming whole. The world slips away, left in shadows and glow, as we drown in love's deep ocean, in ebb and flow. For love, like a perfect steak, is a balance, a fire, a dance, a bite of eternity, a fleeting sweet romance. And in your arms I find my forever, my most tender part, as we end this perfect night, with love deep in our heart. But still, my love, I crave a perfect burger or two,
fire that burns anew. A juicy tender thrill, a deep wild desire, a hunger that sets my soul afire. In her arms I find my fleeting, tender part. Yet tonight I ache for more, an unspoken burning start. Longing for her lips, her touch, her tease, a secret hunger that brings me to my knees. Like French fries leaving a salted, teasing burn, I crave her and another for love fear's turn. In shadows I yearn my deepest ache for more love, more fire, more to take. A craving that lingers, fierce and true, for her, for another, forever anew. Come alive, flavor swirling dreams arrive. A burger's promise, rich and bright, a melody of pure delight.
Golden arches shining high, sizzling patties, juice and fry. Lettuce crisp, cheese so slow, ketchup's fire, mustard's glow. Oh, taste the magic in the air, a symphony beyond compare. From smoky grills to bubbly cheer, in every bite, love's crystal clear. French fries calling, salted divine, crunch and warmth in every line. Cola bubbles dance and gleam, sparkling laughter, sweet and keen.
Burgers, flame grill with pride,
Flavors bold, no need to hide.
tomatoes, pickles layered high.
A feast that lifts the soul up high. Oh, taste the magic in the air, a symphony beyond compare. From smoky grills to bubbly cheer, in every bite, love's crystal clear.
Mini sliders, tiny charms, comfort wrapped in gentle arms.
A&W's charm, nostalgic taste.
Childhood moments never waste.
So here I stand in love anew, with every flavor shining through.
A feast of joy,
A song so true, forever lost in love with you. Oh, taste the magic in the air, a symphony beyond compare. From smoky grills to bubbly cheer, in every bite, love's crystal clear. Yeah.
Beneath the flicker of embers glow, a fiery passion begins to grow. Sizzle of spice, aromas flight, igniting hearts in the velvet night. The air hums with a smoky tune, loves dance beneath the silver moon. Taste the thrill, feel the heat's embrace, a wild desire in every trace.
Rhythms rise from the grill's warm song, a melody where spirits belong. Every crackle a sacred sound, a harmony that's profound. In this blaze our spirits soar, burning fiercely, craving more. Lost in flames we lose control, hearts ablaze, consuming soul. Merging under moon's soft light, two souls in endless flight. Worlds fade into the night. Love's deep fire burning bright, diving into passion sea, a boundless sweet ecstasy.
A whisper of eternity, a fleeting harmony, like a perfect flame that dances free, a vow of love's eternity, a taste that lingers on the tongue, a song of lovers deeply sung. In your arms I find my grace, a sacred tender space as night dissolves and stars ignite. We hold each other tight.
A fiery wish for something true, juicy bites, a tender thrill, a hunger that I can't sit still. The crackle of the fire's cheer, a symphony that draws me near, spiced and smoky, bold and bright, my soul's delight in the night. Crispy fries and crimson tide, a salty kiss, a joyful ride, golden bites that melt away, a simple joy to brighten day. Patties, cheese that gleams, a taste to fuel my dreams.
Fresh greens and tangy zest, a chorus of the very best. Soft buns cradle with warm embrace, a comfort, a sacred place. Like flickering flames in evening's glow, my love for this feast will grow. A fierce desire, a sacred vow, for food and passion now. Each bite lifts my spirit high, a love that never says goodbye. No matter how cravings sway, these flavors light my way. In every taste I find my peace, a love that will never cease.
A celebration, a sacred spark that ignites my soul in the dark. So I cherish each divine refrain, a story told through joy and pain. For love and flavor, hand in hand, create a journey vast and grand toward passion's flame, forever bright in taste and love. Endless life.
dance and flavors reign. A love for the mighty meat shall forever remain. the chains and their crafted fame lies a passion fierce, an unquenchable flame.
Oh, the weapon's crown, a flame-kissed delight, a symphony of beef on a sesame seed night. Lettuce, tomato, pickles, a tangy embrace, ketchup and mayo, a savory grace.
Introduced in 57's heat, a legend born from flame's fierce beat. Barbecue, brisket, or steakhouse's pride, in every bite a fiery tide. And yet across the golden arches glow the Big Mac secrets quietly flow. Two beefy layers of sauce divine, a complex dance in every line.
72 ingredients in the mix, a layer story, a culinary fix. Lettuce, cheese, pickles, and onions cry, wrapped in a bun that reaches the sky.
A&W's Papa, hearty and stout, juicy patties stacked, no doubt. American cheese sauce so bold, a classic tale forever told. Wendy's Dave with fresh tender pride, a quarter pound on which dreams ride. Crisp lettuce, tomatoes gleam, a simple joy, a savory dream. White Castle Square, a tiny king.
Steamed on onions, a smoky sing.
Pickle on a square, a humble star, time's influence in every part. Beyond the burger's fiery art lies the soul of the steak's deep heart. Texas ribeye with marrow's glow, robust and thick, a fiery show. Spice, citrus, marinated tender teas, pineapple, vinegar, garlic breeze. What says the sure secret of tank so bright? A cut of passion, a primal delight.
Longhorns wild and seasoned cold, outlaws ribeye standing tall. Flows filet, porterhouse's might, seared with love in the fire's light. Seasoned with prairie dust blend, a journey of flavors without end. Never frozen, always fresh, the spirit of the grill's bold quest. Oh, love for meat, fierce and pure, a craving that will always endure.
Well, from square sliders to thick cut steaks, a hunger that no hunger breaks. It's a sizzle, the aroma spell, the primal call we know so well. In every bite a story told of fire and passion, of hearts bold.
For in this love we find our might, a savory flame that guides our night, a celebration, a sacred art of meat's deep song within the heart.
So let us raise our voices high to the love that will never die. For in the flame's eternal glow, the love of meat will always grow.
Beneath the glow of ember's light, a spark ignites the velvet night. The scent of spice, the smoky air,
hearts with longing flare.
The fire crackles, sings its song, a melody where we belong. In every flicker, every flame, a passion wild, a burning name.
Oh, let the flames rise higher, feel the heat of desire. In this dance of love and fire, we're caught in the sweet, fierce mire. Lose ourselves in the glow's embrace, in every touch, in every trace. Hearts ablaze in the sacred space, forever bound in fire's grace.
Yeah, in blood desire's grave.
The scent of spices, thick and bold, a story in the air unfolds. Taste the thrill, the wild pursuit, a hunger deep, an absolute. Sizzle to meet the smoky trail, a love that's fierce, a fiery tale. Juices flow and passion swell in this symphony of smell.
Oh, let the flames rise higher, feel the heat of desire. In this dance of love and fire, we're caught in the sweet, fierce mire. Lose ourselves in the glow's embrace, in every touch, in every trace. Hearts ablaze in the sacred space, forever bound in fire's grace.
In the hush of night, we surrender to the flames that grow fonder. Two souls in a passionate dance, caught in love's eternal trance.
Moonlight whispers on our skin, a sacred fire burning within. No shadows deep enough to hide. We're lost in love's wild tide. Crackling fires, crispy fries, golden treasures, sweet surprise. Salt and spice in every bite, a feast of joy, pure delight. Stacked high with tender grace, a symphony of flavors placed from smoky grills to tender meats. Every moment love repeats. Oh, let the flames rise higher, feel the heat of desire. In this dance of love and fire, we're caught in the sweet, fierce mire. Lose ourselves in the glow's embrace, in every touch, in every trace. Hearts ablaze in this sacred space, forever bound in fire's grace.
So here we stand in love's domain, burning brightly through the rain. In every bite, in every kiss, we find our endless bliss.
And as the night fades into dawn, our passion lingers on and on, in flames that never tire.
Michigan's rolling fields where the wild calls loud and clear. The forest whispers secrets of a land both rugged and sincere, where rivers run with promise and lakes reflect the sky. A haven for the hunters and the anglers, living free and high. From dawn's first light to evening's hush, the woods come alive with game. Deer and elk in shadowed glades, calling out each wild name. Beneath the towering pines, where the silent watch begins, Michigan's heart beats strong with the spirit of a hunt within. Oh, Michigan, land of the brave and free, where the rivers flow and the mountains breathe. From the fishing streams to the hunting grounds, your wild heart beats in every sound. With every cast and every shot, you chase the thrill you never forgot. In the fields and waters your soul is found. Michigan's wilderness, forever unbound.
The lakes are alive with wildland bass and pikes fierce fight, casting in the dawn's early glow beneath the morning light. And when the season calls for deer, in the woods embrace you creep, a dance of patience, skill and stealth, where the quiet moments keep. Beyond the usual game, where the exotics rare, suppliers bring the treasures from lands beyond compare. Venison, elk, buffalo, meat from nature's store, even python, camel and kangaroo, open in a wild door. Oh, Michigan, land of the brave and free, where the rivers flow and the mountains breathe. From the fishing streams to the hunting grounds, your wild heart beats in every sound. With every cast and every shot, you chase the thrill you've never forgot. In the fields and waters your soul is found. Michigan's wilderness, forever unbound. No sale of the game in the markets glow, but the wild's bounty in the shadows grow. Processed with care, with respect and pride, a link to the land deep inside. From the elk's majestic call to the mountain's peak, to the base's leap and the hunting week. Michigan spirit fierce and true, a wild adventure for me and you.
Through the timber and the marsh, we chase the fleeting prize, with every arrow and every line beneath the open skies. The thrill of the hunt, the peace of the cast, Michigan's wild legacy built to last. Exotic meats from distant lands, a taste of the unknown, a reminder of the wildness that's etched in stone. Respect and honor for the game we seek, a bond with nature, honest and unique. Oh, Michigan, land of the brave and free, where the rivers flow and the mountains breathe. From the fishing streams to the hunting grounds, your wild heart
Oh, let me be the plans and love and be the roll of me. I've been the tallest key to have my soul to die. About it, baby. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Hey, gotta let it on. Yeah, never let you down. And another man to see gas and make a town. I'll be the end to be the gang that I do. I got yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I got yeah, yeah. Never leave it out. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. I gotta marry it up. I gotta live it out. I gotta live it out. Gotta live it out. Oh yeah. Yeah, gotta live it out. Yeah, gotta live it out. I gotta yeah, 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 yeah.
Bye.